Hello comrades and peers. Today I present you a second part of Andy Singleton's painting guides. This time it's Axis forces on the Eastern Front. In terms of topic, it's a very special book with a fairly limited circle of users. I stumbled upon it while searching for alternative paint schemes for Finnish soldiers. Until then I had used painting schemes from Flames of War or Osprey books as a template for my miniatures. The book comes from the publisher Pen and Sword. Consists of 135 pages with a large number of color illustrations. The used colors are given again with a color sample, manufacturer, and color number in order to make the painting as comprehensible as possible. Most colors used are from the AK range. In terms of content, it begins with a general introduction to the topic, followed by 9 chapters with different painting instructions and tips. 2 chapters contain German troops from the Eastern Front, followed by the Italians, Romanians, Hungarians and Finns. The last 2 chapters are about general painting of skin and building thematic bases for your miniatures. Also, the focus is more on the 28mm range. The example figures are all 20mm, or 1 to 72. The first 26-page chapter begins with the usual introduction to the hobby, selection of figures, tools, and basic assembly. Everything that most of us already know, but the beginners should find in a decent book. The second chapter presents the uniforms of the Wehrmacht on 32 pages and goes through them step by step. In addition to the standard field grey uniforms, reversible winter uniforms and camouflage clothing like splinter pattern and snow white camouflage are presented. Camouflage patterns are also the topic when the uniforms of the Waffen-SS are explained in Chapter 3. The expression is correct here, from the simple to the more complex. Platanmuster, plain tree patterns, Eichentarn, oak leaves pattern, and Erbsenmuster, pea dot pattern are shown here as examples step by step. This concludes the German side, and now we turn to the other Axis powers in the east. Italy begins in Chapter 4. Here and in the following chapters, only the standard uniforms of the individual countries is shown. However, variants and deviations are also mentioned at the beginning of each chapter. As mentioned before, the Italian uniforms are followed by Romanians, Hungarians and Finns. The example for the Finns refers more to a winter version. Finally, the last 2 chapters give tips about skin tones and advice for basing your miniatures, especially for winter or rubble bases. For me, the last 2 chapters are a bonus or helpful addition. The main topic for this book is really the painting of uniforms. In conclusion, it is a helpful book, but not a must-have book. It becomes interesting if you are looking for alternative methods for camouflage patterns, or if you want to represent several armies from the Eastern Front. Then you have a pretty good and clear compilation here. Unfortunately, a little is missing to get the book out of its role as a niche product. Vehicle camouflage could have been helpful here, or a chapter on Soviet uniforms. Unfortunately, something is missing for a more general overview. So much for my assessment and opinion. After a somewhat longer break on this channel, I am hoping to get going again. Some sort of spring awakening to stay in context. Till then, and take care.